today. It's been a weak day after a couple of decent days of trade, right? In fact, Tuesday was a very, very strong day. Wednesday was a follow-through. Today was expected to be good. Didn't play out quite so. What do you make of the move?
Yeah, I think today's day is where we mirrored what happened across the globe, because most of the global markets, and I think for the first time, because over the last 3-4 months or so, the correlation of sorts was broken, or maybe diverged to a certain extent with respect to the global market. So I think it's good to see that our markets are now trying to get aligned with what's happening across the globe. Today, I think was also one of the days where you saw the index coming back to that 25,500 mark, which is a support point. I think over the last, half an hour or so, we've seen a mild bit of a pullback, which has come back again into the indices from those strong support levels of sorts on the Nifty. So I think in that sense, I would probably expect the markets to look a little bit more better. Today, I think what we're seeing is few of the emerging sectors. For example, the Nifty Pharma index is trying to show signs of recovery. You're seeing the Nifty Pharma index trading above the 20-day moving average, which I think would be a strong signal that we could be looking at a turnaround of sorts for many of the pharma names. And then the capital goods, names, the likes of Siemens, Cummins, L&T, etc. These stocks have done phenomenally well. And look at the last 1 week to 10 days of charts for many of these names. These stocks have rallied up by a margin of 10% to 15%, which I think is a very strong indication that we are looking at a major revival of sorts for this sector. So I would believe now that we could be at a point where more sectors will start to open up, the market breadth will start to look a little bit more attractive, and dips on the index should be taken as buying opportunities.
Fintech, that's the stock which is in focus. Remember, it fell nearly 15% since the announcement of its QIP and the international expansion foray. They have cash of about almost 5,000 odd crore rupees on their balance sheet at the end of the first half of the fiscal. But now the announcement that came in that the QIP fundraise has been cancelled. And Harsh, you may want to throw more light on that. I guess the market is only relieved.
Yeah, it seems like it's evident that the market has cheered the fact that PB Fintech will not be doing a QIP. And it would have been a large deal if an acquisition were to come in, because PB Fintech has been holding this 5,000 crore rupees of cash since nearly its IPO. So it's not utilized any of the cash. It's free cash positive now. And therefore, this would have been a business diversification of sorts. Now, PB Fintech is already getting into hospitals. For it to again get into the international segment, and how much of that or how much of time would it take to break even? We spoke with the management as well. In fact, we spoke with Yashish Dahiya a couple of days back when this announcement came out on the 3rd of February. In fact, we spoke with him and he said the acquisition will be EPS accretive. But the market was not positive at all with regard to the way and reacted extremely negatively to that acquisition or that announcement. And the stock fell nearly 15% from that point till this afternoon when the announcement came through saying that there won't be a meeting, it's completely cancelled, and the QIP2 is now cancelled. That's and markets clearly cheering. Kunal, on charts, this one?
Yeah, in fact, last couple of days we were discussing that how 1450, 1400 levels is a very strong support and a contra buying territory for PB Fintech. So it's good to see that the stock has bounced off from exactly that major support zone. Now, I think at current levels, we could probably, say that the near-term bottom is established for the stock price. I'm not sure whether, you probably see a follow-through up move immediately. But I think over the next 1 to 2 weeks, there could be a chance that the stock may try and show further up move. My sense is that the stock should come back to at least 1675 to 1700 levels over the near term.
Okay, that's that in PB Fintech. But let's shift focus to the India-US trade deal, and Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal revealed that talks between the two nations are going well. Let's hear our